Alright.
Like the guy that died from the police officers.
Alright, yeah, let's talk about that. That was very fucked up. I believe the situation could have been handled different, obviously. The guy couldn't breathe and he was saying it, and the guy was just ignoring him, enjoying the moment, like killing him was fun or something. You could see it in his body language. What do you think, Carlos?
I mean, I think it's pretty fucked up too. Like, first of all, who was recording this shit? Like, no one like decided to push the cop off the dude. Like, really?
I mean,
Like, there's gonna be different approaches to that.
if he was doing that to the guy, imagine if somebody would have tried to push him off. My God,
I don't
guns would have been
fucking care.
pulled
Like,
out.
you're literally killing somebody. I would have done something. I would have just fucking sat there with my phone and recorded it.
Well, they actually have a protest happening where they want
Yeah.
the police officers to actually get charged. Because they got fired, but they want them to actually get charged.
Exactly. Like, they got fired,
Yeah,
but like
that's
they
so
don't get
dumb.
arrested for that.
Well,
What?
in my opinion, I believe they should get charged. They should go to jail. They killed
I
a
bet
man.
I bet $1 million if a person if a white person would have done something like that. Oh, you know what? You're going to an asylum or you're getting arrested for a week. Like, nah. But as soon as a black person does it, he doesn't even have a chance to speak. He was handcuffed, 4 cops around him. Dude, they had a clear advantage. Come on, like, y'all didn't have to be so aggressive for no reason.
And just the way the guy was doing it too. He wasn't even using his hands. Really. He literally had his fucking knee on the guy's
I
neck.
understand if you have your knee on his back or something, that doesn't hurt him, but you're trying to keep him in place. That's still
Dude,
fucked up, but like...
They even said that the guy wasn't even resisting.
Exactly. The guy was really not even resisting. He was on the ground suffering because he couldn't breathe, and he was like, I can't breathe. And that's why people are making posts about it. I mean...
That's
dude,
true.
he killed somebody.
There is no excuse. It wasn't even self-defense.
Exactly.
Like,
He was already
self-defense is more
handcuffed, 4
understandable.
cops around him, and that Asian cop that was in front of him, like stopping the people, he was like, "Don't touch me again" or something like that. Like the people were trying to stop the guy from getting, but like the Asian cop was just not letting it happen.
Have you guys seen that video of the girl with that she didn't have a leash on her dog?
Oh
And she was like
yeah.
grabbing the dog by the
Oh
collar.
yeah, I saw that on Twitter. I
choking.
saw that.
Yeah.
And then she called the cops and she's like, a black man is threatening me or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I
an
saw
African
another
man is
one.
standing me.
Or-
I
or
saw
yeah,
another
and-
one where it was like the woman was cheating on her boyfriend, and she blamed it on a random black guy that supposedly raped her or like abducted her or something like that. Like, dude, I swear this world is so fucked up.
Have you noticed? I'm not no offense to anybody, but like, have you noticed how most of this is white people cases?
Exactly.
The white people are always, and then who are always the victims?
Black
The
people.
black people.
And then, bro, I saw this post that was straight facts. I was so happy when I heard that. It was like this one homosexual guy. He said, yo, Black Lives Matter. Like, they were saying like, oh, why do y'all say all lives matter? For example, if I have 5 kids and one of them gets hurt, am I gonna give a band-aid to all of them? No, right? Because only one of them got hurt, and which is the blacks. And it was like a perfect example of what's happening in society. All the people are like, oh, all lives matter. Like, no, dude. The blacks are always going through...
Well, I think all lives matter, cause
No, but they're trying to use it against the blacks. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're trying to like, oh no, black lives don't matter. All lives matter. Your opinion is
oh
wrong.
no, I feel like when they say all lives matter, bro, no racism, but I feel like all lives matter, but white people, cause white people don't
No,
have
it's
problems.
only some. It's only some, bro.
It's
some.
only a few. Like, there's only a handpicked few.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's still so much racism.
Honestly, like, okay, I'm gonna say something very controversial, but I think we all can agree. Everything was fine when Obama was president.
That's
In
No,
my
because
opinion,
people were being more racist. People were like, oh no, take him off president. Like, because since racist
be
people
really
still
fair, though,
exist,
to be
they didn't
really
want a
fair,
black
though,
president.
I think he only won because he was just really black. I'm sorry, but I think this is honest truth.
Yeah, he didn't.
I mean,
In my
he
opinion,
did
I feel like
bring
he
peace.
didn't. Yeah, I feel like in my opinion, he did a lot, but at the same time, not that much. Like that's just my opinion.
Exactly.
Like people all obviously seen him like the first black president. He's super nice and stuff. But I feel like for the United States, he didn't do as much as some presidents have done.
I mean, I'm comparing him to Trump.
I mean, come on. And have you seen the stuff that's going on where it's like like they want Trump to be president again because Joe Biden is like, or
Joe Biden.
Yeah, Joe Biden is like a rapist and racist or something like that. They're saying stuff
Is
like
it
that.
true?
I don't know. That's just what I've heard. I don't
Because
have
we know
facts.
Trump is racist. We have proof that Trump is racist. I mean, his speeches. He's always talking about, oh, let's
Okay,
build a
not
wall.
that, not
this
that.
and
He's
that.
talking about like the Joe Biden thing about him being a rapist and shit. That's what he's
Oh,
talking about.
that rape it. Well, we don't. But uh, in this society that we live in, we can't really believe women. That's just my opinion.
Exactly, bro.
There is so many like false
You know what? I'm
accusations.
standing up for this. Hold on.
Yo,
Women after
Yes.
1993 can't cook. All they know is eat hot chip, twerk, charge their phone, and lie.
and season their chicken with salt and pepper.
In hot Cheetos.
All right, now let's get back into serious.
Guys, no,
Alright.
but like on serious note, bro, these days you can't even help a woman up. If a woman falls and you help her up, she sues you. Oh, and that's it. That's just if you're white, especially if you're black.
I got so mad. I saw a post where it was like this girl. She got somebody into a case because she was drowning, and he saved her, and
Yeah,
like
my
gave her
dad told me about
CPR, gave her CPR, and saved
Without
her
consent,
life.
she said.
And then she was
Without,
like, "Oh,
like,
he
Nikki,
did it without
like
consent."
you're dying. You're dying. I can't. Okay.
I would let the bitch drown, straight up. These days, you have to let them drown. Like fuck, you know?
I think we kind of went too strong on the political side of this.
Yeah. All right. Y'all want to change to a different topic or
Let's talk about 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine?
Proceed.
But all right.
Guys,
Carlos, I mean,
I'll be honest with y'all,
Hector, you go
real
first.
quick. Oh yeah, okay, you can go first. No, I don't think so. No, but like, real quick, I have to say real quick, 6ix9ine is winning.
Yeah,
You
he's
can-
getting big dubs right now.
Hate him all you want. It still gives him attention. He can't lose. There's no way of losing.
Yep. Did
That's
Did
what
I
I'm
tell you
saying,
what
bro.
happened the other day, like 2 weeks ago?
What?
No.
All right. So basically, what happened is that I follow 6ix9ine, right? But I don't follow, like, okay, I don't listen to his music, none of that shit, right? But I support the stupid shit that he does. I don't support his music. I just support the stupid shit that he does. So my dad, he finds out that I like his posts and shit and that, and he's making this whole big ass thing about, oh, are you a rat now? Da 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 da. And I'm like, well, you can't really talk because you listen to a Bad Bunny who dressed up as a girl. So what? Can I call you
He
trans?
was kind of bad though.
I mean, you're not wrong. Both of you guys are not wrong. Yo, Bad Bunny, bro, he looked bad. I'm not gay, but like, yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Bad
The
Bunny look
makeup
ugly as
artist
fucking
did a good
shit.
job.
Nah, bro, he look ugly as hell, bro. That boy look ugly as hell.
No, but like, I seen this comparison that I
Without
really
the face,
agree with.
I would destroy that.
Whoa, chill.
What is
chill.
your problem, my guy?
That's
What is
that's
your
literally
problem?
pure plastic, my nigga.
Without the face. Okay, yeah. Let me stop.
Bro, come on. What is your
It's pure
problem?
plastic. What the fuck? Okay. No, but back to 6ix9ine. One comparison I've been seeing is that 6ix9ine is literally just like the Joker, bro. It is true.
This
like
guy.
he does what he wants and he wins. Like you can't, bro. He literally like put the rat emoji as his face and laughed in your face, bro.
Did y'all see the art that had him talking to the FBI and he
It was
Yeah.
pointing? I sent
Yeah.
that. Yeah, bro. Like, honestly,
Can you please sit down on your
This-
table? On the side of the
this. Oh, why are you clapping so much? I'm really about to clap. Nah, but personally, I think that like this just made me a bigger 6ix9ine fan.
Bro, think about this. He gets out
I
of jail
love it
for
when people troll.
snitching, and people are hating on him a
I
lot.
did get a little bit annoyed when he was talking about the whole billboard shit. That kind of got a little bit annoying.
I mean, he snitched again. Once a snitch, always a snitch.
But yeah, I feel like, bro, 2020 is his year, bro.
Yeah.
That boy, what happened? Hector?
What do you mean?
Billboard.
Oh,
Oh.
Billboard.
He's a fucking New Yorker, so he has that strong New York accent. What do you expect?
Yeah.
The
You
boy.
a little boy to me. We can't beef if you don't have
The
this
memes
watch.
are funny. The memes are always funny as fuck.
Oh,
Sit
the
down.
memes?
If
Amazing.
if you don't have
He's
this
home.
watch,
I'm
you're a
telling
little
you.
boy to me.
In every category, 6ix9ine wins. Music, he wins. Fucking, just look at the bro. Look at the man,
it's,
bro.
it's all fun and games until he goes shopping or something, and the people that he snitched on just.
So funny game.
I smell
That's
unsucked
about it.
cock.
6ix9ine has been under protection, like.
Yeah, he's
Like,
been
he's been
bro,
moving from house
did
to
you
house.
hear? Did you hear? Like he moved to one house, and like 5 minutes later, he got like his address leaked, and as soon as it
Yes.
got leaked, bro, there was like
Yes.
15 cops around him.
I feel bad. I feel bad for the people who live there. Like they're having a fucking rat invasion in their house. I feel
Oh
bad.
my god, this guy, this guy.
Like,
And then
what if
he's on,
6ix9ine just?
the thing
What
I
if
don't
6ix9ine just
understand-
pull up to your door and he was like, "Can I live here for a couple of days?" Like, what? No, you can. Don't break the heat. I don't want to get shot.
Oh
Look, it's
my
his bodyguard. I'm too scrawny for that shit. What? Do you guys think you guys can beat up? Guys can beat up 6ix9ine in a street fight?
No, he's bigger than me.
I mean, he's just gonna
Honestly,
rat. He's just gonna rat me out, but
He goes to the principal. We got to
Sir,
fight.
he was trying to fight me.
He was trying to touch my blicky. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Whoa.
Oh, find out the blicky got the sniffy. Like, bro, are you good? Are you okay? Should I? Nah, but like, yeah, shit's just crazy. All right, next topic. Next topic. Let's see.
Oh, I got you. PS5.
Bad. Okay. I'm about to just search up like the PS5 and like different details. I'm gonna
I
find out.
actually made a poll on my story. I think I saw that where it was recently
did,
guys
I did.
buying PS5 or Xbox
Okay,
Series
the thing
for
is though, I think it's too expensive. $650.
Whoa, wait! Where did you hear that? What sources? Because for me,
it's $650.
they said it was gonna
Damn.
be the same price as a PS4, which was like
No,
400.
bruh. No,
Alright,
it's
guys, look at the
600.
group. Look at the group. I'm about to send a video of like. Wait, I think I have it right here. Let me
Bro,
that's-
with all the shit that they're gonna add to that, I'm pretty sure they're gonna up the price.
Let me check. Let me just check real quick.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I saw
I'm gonna
multiple
search a
things.
price to see what I get.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so here it says.
That's more than 2 PS4s.
Well, right here it says the same support stated that the developers who are working on the PS5 games estimate that its final price is to be somewhere between $499 and $549. The company is reportedly planning to manufacture 5 to 6 million PS5 units from the console's launch late in 2020 until March 21. I mean,
Well, I don't know. Either way, that's still pretty expensive.
but is it worth it? That's the question.
I mean, it looks as. Have you seen the fucking graphics video on the Unreal Engine 5?
Guys,
That's true.
I think it would be stupid to not raise the price. Come on. You cannot make this new console you guys have been working on, because they've been working on this shit for years.
That's true. That's true.
Why are you going to make the same price as a PS4? That's just not, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know, bruh. I just think like
But-
either between 400 and like 500.
I'm going to say right now, I personally, and I guess I have a biased opinion because I'm a PlayStation user, but I don't know why, but I have a feeling that PlayStation 5 is going to sell more than the Xbox. Because lately, I have not heard nobody be like, "Oh, I can't wait for the Xbox to come out." Everybody's been talking about the PS5. And actually, me and Brian were on Minecraft and we were talking, and I actually searched up what was the most bought console ever. Like, what's the most bought console in the world? And it was the PS2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, they might break another record because again, they're gonna release it at the end of this year near Christmas. Come on, bro. That's like the best market. Everybody's gonna ask for it.
Duh.
That's the best. No, I think the PS4 was released in September or October, but they're gonna release this one. I think like Christmas, like the day of Christmas. I think.
Yeah,
I
that's
heard.
smart.
Yeah. Is it November? Well, still, it's closer than the PS4. It's still very smart, bro. Honestly, if I was an Xbox fan, I feel like I would still buy a PS5. It's just like too much. It's too much hype not to buy it.
Honestly, if you're thinking about getting an Xbox Series X, just buy a PC. Then I just buy a PC.
Bro, have you seen the gameplay for the Xbox? It doesn't even look that good in my
I haven't seen it.
it looks good, but I feel like it looks like you're playing on like an Xbox One, but like the better ones that came out, like the Scarlet or whatever. What was it called? I know they released like 3 new versions of the Xbox One, but yeah,
I don't know.
it just looks like an Xbox, but like with a little bit of the graphics better. But like PlayStation 5, bro, that shit looks really good. Bro, honestly, it looks really good, bro. Like, and the controller looks so comfortable. I hate the fact, and I hate this, that people are saying that PS5 is copying Xbox when it comes to controller design. Yes, they look alike, but I don't think they're copying. I think they just need to do this.
Yeah, they needed more space inside the controller so they could.
Yeah, and it's just how, bro. Look, ask Hector. He has the Switch controller. Like it's like an Xbox controller.
I seen it. Yeah, he went to my house. And
it's a thick controller. It's big and it has like it's just big. And that's PS5 just needs to adapt. Imagine that PS5 released the same controller over again.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I would love it. I love this controller, but it just wouldn't. Yeah. So yeah, they even said that when you like when they even said in the video when you clock a bow back, an arrow on a bow, you can literally feel it. Bro, in my opinion, the PS4 already does that because I've played games on the PS4 where it's like GTA 5 is a perfect example. I don't know if you guys have played, but when you guys are on like a highway, and there's like those like bumps on the side of the highway,
and then when you're like on those bridges that are like metal,
feel the controller.
Yeah.
Go dun, 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 dun.
And when
bro,
you're like on the metal bridges, you feel like smoothness. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Bro,
about.
just imagine, but with a better controller, and they need to because it even has a built-in mic. They just need more space.
I don't know if we really need a built-in mic. I kind of just like the fact.
I mean, we kind of do. Imagine all the people that like they're gonna buy the PS5 without buying another console. They're not gonna have a mic. So I feel like it's a really good idea.
You can use the PS4 mic on the PS5.
That's true, but like.
No, Eric, I'm talking about if somebody just bought a console, they never had a console.
That's true.
It's beneficial for everybody because if you don't have a mic, you could buy that, and even if you have a PlayStation 4 and you don't have a mic, you could buy that.
How would you even mute it?
Probably like a button under or something. There has to be.
I don't know.
But yeah, I love the controller design.
About like certain things.
Yeah, facts. They're just teasing us so much.
But I like that because like, it just makes you more hyped.
Low key, I don't know the people that are saying, oh, it looks like a pizza cooker or something like that. The PS5 design, like I low key like it. It looks.
It's creative.
It looks creative and unique and like it looks. Like,
y'all can they can talk shit so much about the PS4, but look at the Xbox. It looks like a fucking wannabe PC.
It looks like a fridge, my guy.
Can't wait to have my mini fridge.
Exactly. If somebody buys an Xbox, they might as well buy a PC. It's gonna be around the same price if you buy a cheap PC.
Siri thought I said, "Hey Siri, find me a mini fridge."
Well, you're buying one though. Can you imagine in a couple of days it's just a shipment comes to your house and it's just a fucking mini fridge?
Oh my god, please don't say that.
Siri. Siri. This should be funny.
Alright, what do y'all think about the coronavirus? Do y'all think it's gonna end soon? Do y'all think
don't want to talk about it, to be honest. I think we could talk about millions of other things. I honestly feel like if I ignore it, it's gonna go away.
I mean,
that's what my parents did. So.
Actually, I will say this one thing. I think they're just blowing it up for no reason.
What do you mean?
I think they're just over dramaticing it because I really don't see people. Because my mom works at the hospital, right? And the only time she's only seen people who have the coronavirus, the amount of people that she's seen that has it is like 6.
I mean, the thing I don't like is that they're already letting people go to beaches and stuff like crowded places where it could spread easier. If it's not fully done with, why would you let people get crowded up and spread it? Like
you saw that? Have you seen that? DC is gonna reopen their parks on July 11th.
Oh my gosh, bro.
I mean, Disney could
They
care
should
less.
they
They're
should
fucking
they should wait until like
I saw a
October.
thing on IGN that Disney is literally losing billions every day.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
Damn.
Jesus. I mean,
Yeah, that's the
they
thing.
might close their
They
cruises.
are losing a lot of money. That's why they need to
They're
open
losing
it.
a lot of money.
Do
They
you guys
should
know
open it, but
you guys know the
different.
cruises? The Royal
Mhm.
Caribbean. What's the other one
Yeah.
called? The cheaper one. That one that you went on, Hector. I forgot. It's not the Carnival, and there's also like there are other ones, but like they're not known. And then there's a Disney one, and they're actually like all like scared because they might go bankrupt. And Carnival is actually going bankrupt, and they actually might go bankrupt.
You know what I heard? They're gonna put amuse amusement parks back, but they're gonna add like yellow lines on the ground, like showing like 6 feet away from each other, like some stuff like that. And they're starting to do that in supermarkets too. They're putting things on the floor showing like stay
Oh
6 feet
yeah, I
away
know what
from
you're
each
talking
other.
about. I seen that at
Oh
Publix. I
yeah,
seen that at Publix.
yeah. 7-Eleven, I've seen it.
I mean,
There's
they're taking it like really cautious, but at the same time, they're opening stuff that shouldn't be open at this moment. Like
The whole
beaches,
time
they're
during
not gonna go
quarantine,
bankrupt, so like, why open it?
the whole time during quarantine, I think I left my house probably like 10 times.
That bro,
Wow.
I'm telling you, I could count it with my fingers the amount of
During
times I've left.
quarantine, like a couple weeks ago, you mean?
Literally, like 4 of them was like literally going to
The
uh
only times I left my house,
Hector's house.
the only times I left my
Uh,
house is going to my grandma's house and back, and then
I
like to Eric's
only
house and back.
I only left like wow, I could actually zero. I think I could say zero. I did not work. I did not go to Walmart or anything. Yeah, zero. I left the house. I actually started going out. I actually like no cap started going a little bit crazy because
Hey,
it's
what
just
do you
like I
mean?
wait.
When I went over to your house, like for a little bit, we went outside.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, but that quarantine already ended.
But no,
I'm saying
it
like
hasn't.
yeah, it
Dude,
has.
we should still be quarantined.
We should be, but we're not. That's what I'm saying. The quarantine ended at one Thursday. Remember? But yeah, I left zero times, and that's actually kind of crazy because like you just wake up and do the same thing over again. It's just like it's just it gets to a point where it's just like you get bored of it. You just wake up, do your homework, play games, and then go to sleep. And you repeat the cycle over and over again.
Alright, I'm gonna search up coronavirus details and see what like.
Well, in my opinion, honestly, I think we should move on to like more. I don't think people want to hear about that stuff because honestly, I don't like hearing about it. Like I don't like
Um,
that.
People
Unless
probably
everyone
want to
talks
know.
about it. But like, I personally think the more that we just stay inside and we just, because we just can't get too paranoid. We get too paranoid, we're gonna end up killing ourselves. Like just like you know what I mean? Like some people are scared. Some people are scared to eat because of the virus. Like it's not that big of a deal. Bro, from the day it started, I was like, okay, I don't really care. Just don't go outside. That's it. I don't think the world's ending. You know what I mean? Just people that literally act like the world's ending. Like, bro, we're gonna recover. More, more people. Wait, real quick. More people recovered from the virus than died.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Alright.
No, I actually haven't. Explain.
No.
No.
You want to explain, Hector? Or? Yeah, you can explain. Part like power, like
Can one of you talk one at a time, please? One at a time.
yeah. You want to do it, Hector? Or me? I don't care. Uh,
So
Yeah,
like
'cause
multiverse.
Yeah, because they found what's it called? Basically like an element, basically.
Okay.
But they like looked at it, they studied it, and it was backwards. So they think that it came from a parallel universe that time goes backwards.
How the fuck would that work?
I know, cause like the element that they found, it wasn't like it was like really powerful, and it looked like I don't know how. I think it's just like like how elements have their genes and shit. I don't know what they're called. Like there's just like the stuff. If you look into one, you can see small shit. But they
Okay.
were reverse, and they studied it. So yeah,
What
and
the fuck? How would life work backwards?
I don't know.
It
But I
says
think
strange particles observed by an experiment in
particles.
Antarctica.
That's what they're called.
Strange particles observed by an experiment in Antarctica could be evidence for an alternative reality where everything is upside down. That's
Oh, that's another
crazy.
one. We're talking about one where time is backwards.
Yeah, it
Okay.
says
guess-
we may have spotted
So-
a parallel universe going backwards in time. Right on the top of
yeah.
the. It says this was last updated in 8 of April 2020. So
But let's think about how that happens. All right, you guys have watched Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
They go in. Well, if you guys don't, they have a car and it goes. Yeah, it's like self. It's really famous. The car, it can go to different times in reality.
Yes, if you go a certain top speed, you travel back to a certain, or go either
But
forward
what
or backwards in time.
happens when you go through? What does it leave behind? Particles in the air. What I'm saying is either an experiment. The scientists are doing experiments. Either something from space came, or it like something like an event must have happened that left the particles behind.
wait, if you
and
think
that's what
about it, it's going backwards in time. So if it's going backwards in time, that means it's probably from the future, and then it came backwards towards us. Think about that. Like, so I feel like in the future, maybe like in 2070s, we probably found a way to go back in time, right? And
Yeah,
then
and-
those particles were left on this dimension, and that's what was
Yeah,
left
that's
over.
what I'm saying. Like
from the
someone
future.
from the future came to this time, and then when they teleported back to their time,
They
they
left
left the
particles.
particles in the air, and that's when we found it.
If you really think about it, though, multiverses are like low key, like trippy as fuck. Like there's a multiverse where, like, fucking none of us talk to each other, or
we're all
fucking
girls, like shit like
some
that, like,
weird shit like that. Like
I'm gonna
it's
read you exactly
literally
what I found out on Google.
And
Okay?
there's millions on billions on trillions of multiverse. Bro, there can be multiverse where we're all blonde. It's like the smallest details, but they make the biggest differences. There are.
Did any of y'all like ever watch that movie Justice League Flashpoint?
No.
Wait, what? Say it again? Justice League
Justice League-
Flashpoint?
Yeah.
Yes. I love the Flash. Yeah.
Like it's crazy how literally what he did
One
was
change.
Barry literally went back in time to save his mom
It's-
from dying, and it changed everything. His life was different.
That's why.
I know that's
He never
fire.
was-
Like
listen,
think about
listen.
that.
Let me explain. Because he never became the Flash. He fucking there's a fucking civil war between Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Batman. The kid
Bat-
dies.
Uh,
Bruce Wayne dies.
Bruce Wayne dies, and his dad
And the-
becomes Batman,
and
and
the
the
mom
mom
becomes
becomes
the
the Joker. Like that's crazy.
And that's
That
why I
shit
always
just
say when
blows my
people
mind.
tell me, if you could go back in time and fix all your mistakes, would you? No, because these mistakes that I've made have led me to where I am.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If I would have never gotten into so many fights in middle school, I would have never went to Renaissance, and I would have never met those people at Renaissance, and I would have never met one of my girlfriends. I would have never met friends I'm with right now. Like it's just like those small changes could change so much. I would still be in Union, and we don't know what would happen in Union. There's a parallel universe where I stayed in Union.
Sam, there's probably one where I stayed in Union.
There's probably one where I stayed in Puerto Rico, bro. Think about all the freaking that shit.
Or
just
like,
blows
I'm
my
not even
mind.
trying to make fun of you or anything, Brian, but maybe there's one where your dad
I
comes with you.
fucking knew it.
I'm not even trying to make fun of you. I'm just saying it's only a parallel universe where he
I
comes
fucking
with you.
Technically though, he left his dad, so the dad didn't technically leave him. So
Yeah,
the
that's
dad,
what I'm saying. He
so
comes
Brian,
with
you
him.
technically did the Uno reverse card, so good
You know
job.
what?
Yeah,
Fuck
you
y'all.
kind of did. If anything, your
Good
dad's
job,
had.
Brian.
I
Good
fucking
job.
do it, bro. I fucking do it.
There's a fucking parallel universe where I don't become. What?
Huh?
What'd you say, Hector?
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I found. Like it says in the Antarctic. Oh,
Wait, real quick. Let me hear what Hector says. Oh my god.
Oh my god. If you have 30 plus, or like 30 to 40 plus predictions corrected, bro, you're time traveling.
It's not. They literally.
okay.
Made-
I think I have something.
Wait, let's hear this real quick. Then we'll get back to the
Maybe
Simpsons.
in the future, they created a show called The Simpsons, and they were saying stuff from their time, and then that show was transported to our dimension, and we're just seeing stuff from the future because it goes backwards in time.
Can I say one rumor real quick?
Alright,
Are you done with yours?
Yeah, I'm done. You can say whatever you want.
Wait, real quick before we get to that, because yeah. But like what I have to say goes with what you're about to say. People said that in 2012 the world was gonna end. I feel like it did, and we're living in a parallel universe. Look at all these Mandela effects.
Damn.
Yes.
Bro.
I feel like in 2012, yes, the world ended, and we were transforming. Sorry, we were we were moved. Yeah, we're in a parallel universe, and that's
Maybe
why
we
there's
all
maybe so
just
many
fell
changes.
asleep one night.
Maybe
and
that's
then,
why there's memories that maybe I remember, but Brian doesn't. Like I feel
or
like we've had those
like,
moments where
bro,
I'm
I
like,
feel like
oh,
deja
remember that
vu.
from our school?
Deja vu.
Yes, where like I feel like I lived the moment, and I've gotten to the point where I can control my deja vu to the point where I remember what I'm gonna say, and then I change it. So let's say my dad asked me a question, oh, what do you want to eat today? And I get the deja vu feeling where it's like I said pancakes in that mindset, so I say bacon or something like that. And now I'm scared because what if I'm changing my timeline? Like it's just what if those thoughts that we're having a deja vu are the other universe we're supposed to be in?
Do you think that maybe like you know how Endgame it explained how everything is like supposed to go in one correct line?
Yeah.
What if like how in 2012 everything ended? What if that was the separate line that that messed it up everything up? Because that's when
Exactly.
shit kind of went weird and went wrong. If you really think about it.
Ever since that, we've had Mandela effects. We have simulation, errors, like things that like a bird flying in place, a plane flying in place. I saw a video of that. Like,
I saw like cars disappearing when a car gets in front of it or something.
what if? Oh,
I forgot.
And birds do that. Some birds do that too. Some birds could just spread out their wings and fly. Yes,
no, but the
bro,
bird
I'm
was
telling you.
flying like he was upwards flying. It was like if he just had a glitch.
I forgot what this effect. I forgot what this
Dude,
effect is called.
Is it just me?
Yeah.
Is it just me, or the word glitch scares me in real life? Like there was a glitch in that bird. Like that just makes me think differently.
Like listen. I forgot what the effect was called, but what it is that like, okay, so when you see the Monopoly guy, describe what's on his face.
He has
Mustache.
the mustache.
And the little eye,
cap
the
little
glass thing,
the glass. Yeah.
That's crazy because he doesn't.
What?
What do you
Look
mean?
it up. The Monopoly dude doesn't have the eye thingy.
He does. I always
it up.
remember seeing the
I'm gonna search
boxes
it
at
up.
Walmart,
Monopoly.
and he would be holding it up to his
Monopoly
face
man.
on top of the Monopoly sign.
Oh, he's not holding anything. He doesn't have anything.
What the fuck?
And I see a picture of a guy like
But you
cosplaying
could
him,
have
and he
sworn.
has it with him
But you
because
could
he
have
thinks he has it.
sworn that he had the eye thing, right?
Yeah, that's how I remember
Exactly.
it. Back before 2012. That's it. It just ended. We're in a parallel. What if it's all connected, bro? Think about that. What if it's all connected? What if, like, 2012, everything ended, and now we're discovering the particles of that.
I'm gonna search up the
Hey,
Mandela effect.
Do you remember? Okay, listen. This is another one of the effect thing. It was called. Do you remember the book that was called where it had like the four bears and it was like a family?
The Bernsteins
How do you spell it? How do you spell it? How do you spell it? How do you spell it?
with a A.
Before it was an E. It was actually an E,
Yeah,
dude.
it was BERE and then stains. Something like that. I forgot exactly how you spelled it, but all I know it says different. Oh, Kit Kat. Does the Kit Kat have a dash in between of it? The Kit in the word cat?
No.
Wait, no. Wait,
That's
no,
obvious.
wait.
But listen.
I forgot how it goes. Wait.
Real quick.
Yeah. Say what I searched
The bottom line: the Mandela effect is an unusual
Mandela
phenomenon.
effect. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Mandela effect is an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something different than how it occurred. Conspiracy theorists believe this is proof of an alternative universe, while many doctors use it as an illustration of how imperfect memory can sometimes be.
See, but it doesn't make sense. Because why do we all remember it that way?
Bro, that's
It just doesn't make
crazy.
sense. Another thing, like, yeah, if I'm being honest here right now, like, we're all in the group, I actually had a panic attack the other day. Because I thought of something so crazy. you guys know how I had my little situation where I almost died? Well, I did for a couple minutes, and I came back, right? There's a parallel universe where I don't come back from that. Like, that's it. So, like, I just started imagining, what would life be like? You know what I mean? Like, my room would be different. I wouldn't have the chair that Brian gave me. I wouldn't have anything, because my parents would have moved out all my stuff. It's just crazy. I wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't... like, it's just crazy to me. I would have never dropped my music. Like, it's just crazy to me how there's parallel universes where you don't even exist. Where Heck doesn't exist. Carlos doesn't exist. Brian doesn't exist.
Guys.
It's crazy.
How do you spell the tunes in Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes?
The tunes?
Yeah, Looney Tunes. How do you spell tunes?
Toonies?
No,
Or
it
NS,
was.
yeah.
You said TOONS, right?
I said IES. But
It's
I was dumb.
TUNES. I
What?
remembered it as tunes. TOON.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was with the OO.
Alright, does Febreze have two E's or one?
Two.
Wait,
In the middle where it says Febreze.
Yeah, it has two.
It only
It's
has
two.
one.
what?
No,
the-
it doesn't. It has two.
I swear on everything.
Bro, it is... Dude, it just... I don't know, bro. Like, what... You know what's crazy? We're talking about this right now. But
And
we're not...
Skechers.
But
no,
we're...
never mind.
But we're not the main parallel universe. Think about that. There's another parallel universe where... Well, let's say, okay, I have... Okay, let's think right now of something that we have right now that could be different in our parallel universe.
Everything, my whole house. I could probably not live in this apartment. I could probably still be in
Alright.
Puerto Rico. Like, dude, there's so much stuff that could happen. I could probably
Okay,
have,
no,
not have
no,
this
here's
When
the
we
big one.
no, when we spawned into this map, what did we say? When we saw that sea over there that was open.
The what?
That sea over there that's open next to you, Carlos. We're
that
like,
that could be for a guess.
Oh,
what if there's a parallel universe where we have a fifth friend that sits there?
That's just
Damn.
fucking crazy, bro.
And then in their universe, they're like, imagine if one of us wasn't here. They're not here. We're not the main parallel universe. We're one of millions. So we have something wrong with us that other people don't have. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, man.
think of like a really big, like major one. Like, think of like
9/11.
Oh
If it
my
never
gosh.
happened.
not that like something a little bit like the meteor
The
that hit
Civil
Earth.
Wars. The Civil Wars.
No, the meteor that hit Earth that destroyed, killed all the
yeah.
dinosaurs.
Dude, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, bro. There would have been dinosaurs.
What would the age of man do if dinosaurs were still roaming around?
I don't
Probably
think there
try to
would be.
kill
man.
them.
No, I just don't think we would survive. Dinosaurs are just so powerful
Exactly.
that I don't think we would survive. We would never exist.
What if we never became the civilization we are right now? We just stayed as cavemen.
What if there was never no Big Bang Theory? What if there
What
was
are your
never,
thoughts on that? Actually, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Like, what was...
What do you
Alright,
mean?
What do you
by
think
thoughts?
created us?
What-
The
what
Big
do you-
Bang Theory?
What do you think about the Big Bang Theory?
Guys, I don't believe that God created us. I'm gonna say it right now. Sorry to all my Christians out there. I think the Big Bang theory created us, Adam and Eve, or something like that. I can't tell you exactly. I just don't. I believe in God. I just don't think God created us. I feel like we were just created because we had the purpose to be created. The Big Bang theory probably created God, created all the planets, created everything.
I just find it so weird that there was just nothing.
Except,
And
bro,
then-
that's what blows my fucking mind. Every time I think, like, when I'm laying in bed,
How does something being made if there was nothing to begin with?
bro, fuck me.
Well, there was something. There was two supernovas.
Exactly. How were two supernovas created if there was
Exactly.
nothing there?
Well, what I'm guessing is all the energy. Because I guess
How
maybe
was
the
the
universe
energy
wasn't
created?
created. Well,
How was energy created
there's
if there
not a
was
reason for
nothing
everything.
created? That's the
Maybe
thing.
the energy just exists. It's not a thing that is created. It's just a thing that there's no way of not.
I mean, Eric, think about this. Think about this. It's like me saying water just exists. Like, no, it
Yeah,
doesn't.
but there has to be something that already existed. Because if there's not something that already existed, then how
Yeah,
does
that's the thing that
anything
nobody
exist?
knows, though. Like, people just make theories. The Big Bang Theory. The theory that God created us. There's theories, but nobody knows exactly what created everything. That's the craziest part. That we just make theories, and when we think about it, it's so crazy
It just
to
all
me. 'Cause,
depends on your own. It just depends on your opinion, to be honest.
like, bro, just sometimes I just lay down and think. Like I sometimes be sitting down at the table eating with my family, and I just look at them like, what do, what?
No, eating
No,
with
I
their
eat
his
with
family.
them. Like sometimes look at them and I'm just like, how did this all get created? Like it's crazy to me. Like we have a table, we have a house. Like how was that all like out of nowhere? Boom. Like
Well, I always think there's a parallel universe where my parents don't meet from because they met through
That
a
would
dating
be
site.
weird. Well,
They
that
met
would
through
be weird. Like,
they met through a dating site. So what if my dad's like dating site didn't go to my mom and went to a different girl, and then he started texting her? Cause my mom actually told me that she used to like a guy in school while she was texting my dad. Like they weren't dating, but they were friends, and she liked him more than my dad. But the guy was a douchebag, so she like, and my dad was so respectful, and she fell in love with him. What if that never happened? What if she actually fell in love with that crush?
what if the guy wasn't a douchebag and was just, bro, I am so
Nah,
fun.
I think he's just like universally a fucking douchebag. If you're born a douchebag, I think you're a douchebag in every parallel universe.
What if he wasn't born into that family he was in and they taught him well? Yeah, exactly. There's just so many
I mean,
possibilities.
some of us are born douchebags with
Like-
a good family.
like
I mean, I'm a
when I think,
sarcastic asshole.
when I think if my parents never
Dude,
met,
it's the way
like,
you being taught. I mean, like you
Listen,
don't
listen.
just get born into something. Your family has to teach you like
Well-
respect.
I don't know about that.
what I think is that like, there's two options if your parents never met. Either that, like my dad found somebody else and I was created, but just somewhat different, like different like
Exactly.
traits and
Race,
or I
different
was,
race,
or
too.
I was never the fastest swimmer. Not trying to make a joke, but I just
Yeah.
never made it. Those are the two options. Like I either
That's
I
not that's
never-
crazy. Why did we make it? Why did we
Alright,
make
you know what? I think I'm just gonna go.
No, chill out. The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Alright, bet.
Mhm.
Oh my freaking gosh.
Mortal Kombat 9?
That would be weird because like why would he predict that? I don't know if you guys know Siegfried and Roy, but they were like these guys that owned white tigers, and these tigers never attacked them. They were cool with them.
And they
Why
did
would-
in The Simpsons.
I know, but
Yeah.
why did he predict that the tigers were gonna attack them back?
Maybe to warn them. That's what I'm saying. Okay, Brian,
Oh,
I don't know if you
that's-
Brian, did you ever play Mortal Kombat 9?
Yes, that was like one of my favorite games.
That was the like
In the
best
story mode, what does Raiden do when he sees that everything's ending? He sends a message to his past self to
He
make
sends-
different decisions.
Oh my
That's what the
fucking
Simpsons are.
gosh, bro!
They're showing
I
us
got
what's
chills.
gonna
I got
happen, so
chills. I
we
got
make
chills. Chill out.
this- I got
I got
chills too.
goosebumps. I got
So
goosebumps.
they show us different like ways we can like. What if they saw that and the guys with the tigers were like, "Oh, maybe we should watch out." They would still be alive right now, and maybe that could have changed Trump being president. You don't know, bro. Look at the fucking Look at the Flashpoint.
Bro, when you
Justice
said the
League.
rating thing, my
He's-
shit fucking
Bro,
shivered,
he
my guy.
saved his mom, and Bruce Wayne died. Why would this doesn't make like in your head when so if someone was like, "Oh, yeah, he saved his mom, but Bruce Wayne dies," you just wouldn't be like, "How's that connected?" But it just happens because it's just he didn't follow the timeline he was supposed to.
Do you think? How about another this? Like, do you think that there's a universe where, in the Flashpoint, that's their version of superheroes, and they made their own Flashpoint movie, and it's the ones that we have now?
I didn't quite understand that. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, me
Like,
neither.
okay, so you know how Barry like goes back in time and like,
Saved his mom.
Yeah. So what if what if the Flash was never the Flash and Batman was never Bruce Wayne? He was just Thomas Wayne in that universe. But if they made a movie about it, it would just be completely different. It would be the superheroes that we have today.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it's just, dude.
What
there's
if,
just
bro? What if all these movies about time travel, like, maybe the creators are time travelers and they're trying to warn us, like, this exists.
that's kind of reaching it.
And
I don't know. I think that's kind of reaching. The Simpsons make sense because there's so many predictions, dude. I feel like they're just warning us, and I feel like we're gonna get an episode. Well, I don't know. The Simpsons already end.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
If we get an episode, the guy that made it died.
Oh
Did he
damn.
predict? Maybe, bro. I swear, there's a video of him predicting his own death. Then yes, bro, we should be listening, bro. I think we're just so like. Isn't there an episode of The Simpsons where like they're like so like they're so blinded by technology that and like social things that they just don't notice like the world ending? I think there's an episode like that. What if that's what he's trying to say to us? That we're just focusing too much on this whole technology stuff, you know, that we should really be focusing on what's happening, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
facts.
weird. Isn't there? Didn't they predict the coronavirus too? That there was gonna be a pandemic.
They
I
did.
think
They did.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
did. They predicted Trump being president. They predicted a whole scene, bro. They
There was a
predicted the guy going up the elevator, and then the sign fell at the
bro.
same time. I got shit, bro.
Dude,
I got goosebumps again. I get those
doesn't make
goosebumps every
sense.
time.
It doesn't make sense to not be the explanation that we have. It just doesn't, bro. What else explanation do you have? It just that doesn't happen. You don't think of that, and bro. Unless maybe like he writes stuff and it happens, but okay, that's a stretch. Like imagine if he has a superpower where that he makes these episodes and whatever happens in the episodes will happen in real life. That should be cool. But like I doubt that. I feel like he's a time traveler. He's just trying to warn us. Raiden type shit. Bro, in my opinion, Mortal Kombat 9 through Mortal Kombat 11 has the best story ever in any game franchise. Like, bro, they're so creative with it.
That's true.
He gives a message to his past self, and he has to. And have you noticed that he does the same fucking things, and they still all end up dead? What if
Because
there
he's
is
trying
no?
to. Do you think maybe that he tried to prevent it, but him preventing it caused it?
You know why? Because you're not supposed to intervene. Bro, what does it teach you in every
Bro, in the
but
Avengers
even
Endgame, in the game, yeah, when she was moving the rocks and showing him like if you move one rock, all of them will end up going somewhere else, and that would mess up the outcome. And they
and
would,
they'll
bro,
give an even worse ending. You
bro,
do
that's
not
fucking
intervene.
crazy.
If there's one timeline meant for you, you're not. It's like one thing my grandpa always said. This the bone that is for you, like for example, like a dog metaphor. If the bone that's for you, nobody can take it. Because he gave me that when I broke up with my ex. He said, and I was like, I don't know if she's the one. I don't know if I should get back with her. And he told me the bone that's for you is only for you. Nobody can take it. Meaning that your timeline, that your future wife, you're supposed to meet her. So like, nobody can take that from you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're not supposed to fuck with our timeline. I feel like. Oh. Dude, I
It's
know I make
crazy,
a lot of
man,
gay
bro.
jokes and a lot of stuff, and like, but like, I think about these things daily, bro. I think about like,
What if there's a time where all of us are gay?
bro, they're probably fucking this, my nigga.
Like,
Oh,
bro,
wait.
what if we all have a Thursday fucking?
What the
Oh,
fuck? What the
All right,
fuck?
let's move away from this and then move to another theory. This one theory that I have.
No more theories. No more theories. Okay.
No,
I have facts.
let's get to theories because like this is fun. We can.
No. No more theories. No more theories. I'm kind of getting a little bit scared. Let's talk about the Keemstar and H3 shit.
I don't
Come
know
on,
that
that's
much
boring
about that.
though. Yeah,
How
exactly.
is-
Can I
I
just say
don't know
my
that much
theory real
about
quick?
All right,
Fine.
go.
Say your stupid theory. Say your.
I mean, we can just keep going
We're
and we
not
can
even
split
close
it.
to 2 hours because I've been clipping it and it tells me at 60 minutes that it stops it. We've only been
Okay.
this for like 30 minutes.
Give me two. Oh wait. Okay. So when you die, all right, guys. So I remember my thing happened. And I can confirm. I told you. Remember that I died for a bit.
Oh.
I can confirm that you do relive your life in 7 minutes. Because when I was in my math class and I had my head down, I literally I was begging in my head not to die, and I could literally see like my entire life from when I was born
Dude,
to my death.
I swear,
So,
I'm
what
until you
if-
finish.
What if we're living? What if I don't know how to explain it exactly because there's so many different theories, but like, what if right now our future self is dead, like is dying, and he's thinking of this memory right now? Like, think about that, bro. Our future self
I'ma
is
tell you this
thinking
one
about
thing.
us.
I'm gonna tell you this one thing that like my mom told me when her mom was passing. So my mom is in the hospital with my grandma, right? And
Mhm.
my grandmother, like like she closed her eyes for a bit, and she was dead for like a few minutes, and she came back and she was like, I could see everything. Like she was floating in the corner of the room, and she could see that my mom and her sister was crying. And when she looked up, she could see my grandpa, and he literally said to her, "It's not your time yet." And she was begging to come back and come back.
I'm
And
getting
then like,
goosebumps.
and then after a few minutes, she passed away again.
That's true. I
Did
can
she
confirm
pass
that.
away forever?
When I was in
Yeah,
the
yeah, she
Well,
did.
when
rest
I
in
was in the
peace.
hospital, I was unconscious, but I could see my grandpa and mom like they were crying, like sitting at the hospital crying, and dude, I didn't feel like I was alive. I felt like I was I could see my own body, bro. I have a picture of my. I have shown you guys a picture of me
Mhm.
in the hospital.
Mhm.
No.
I don't think I showed Carlos. I'll send it to the group chat.
Well, while you show him, let me say, my experience.
You,
All right. Oh yeah, you could. Go ahead. Mhm.
Hmm.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
they don't understand it until you're literally in that state. Like, dude, in that picture I just sent to the group chat, I was dead. My mom told me I was dead. I beeped out. I was dead. They had to revive me. And yep, so that's basically now I know what I look like when
Dude,
I'm dead.
what? All right.
Yeah.
What happened to me was, all right. Do y'all remember how I broke my wrist, like, and I had to get a cast? Do y'all remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I was on top. I remember exactly how it happened. I had gloves on because it was cold that day, and I was, I was like 10 years old, pretending I was fighting people on top of the slide. I was
This
pretending I
nigga.
was like some like GIO shit. And then
This
I
nigga.
climbed on top of the slide, and since I had slippery gloves and slippery, please, bro, come on. Since I had slippery clothing and slippery gloves, I fell down, and my back bounced against the slide, and then I fell on my wrist. And when I was on the ground, I like blacked out for like 17 seconds or something like that, just to say a random number. And I could see flashbacks of my life, bro, and it still gives me goosebumps to this day to think about it. I could see it was like, I know this might sound stupid, but I could see myself in the hospital room, like before like I even came over here. I could see myself when I had like the flu or something. I could see myself there. I could see myself like talking to my dad in the 2-floor house that I used to have. I could see all that, and then I just like I woke up and I was walking to my house like crying because it really hurt, and I was like remembering all this stuff while I was walking, and I could barely see. I could have gotten ran over, bro. I didn't even look both ways, bro. I was just getting flashbacks while I was walking to my house, and I couldn't think straight, and it was just a crazy experience, bro. I literally felt like I was gonna die when I knew I wasn't, but like it was like I was all this stuff was happening at the same time, and it
Yeah,
felt so
you
weird.
confirm it in your head. It happened to me. I literally had to accept the fact that I was gonna die. That's like one of the worst feelings ever. Cause I was like in my head, I was hallucinating with my eyes closed, and I was begging like to please not die. And then like at one point, I just my like it's so sad. I cry when I think about it. But my grandpa, I saw my grandpa, and I said I'm sorry. It wasn't supposed to end like this. And then he was like, "It's not your fault," and then he gave me a hug. And I literally had to accept the fact, like, dude, I was literally in my head like, that's it. I'm not gonna ever have kids. I'm never gonna see my friends again. My mom's gonna grow up without one of her sons, and personally, it's my fault. And I even like thought I deserved that at one point. And yeah, I accepted it until then I was like, yeah, I don't really feel like dying right now. And I just lifted my head up and ran to the nurse. Then I got to the hospital. But yeah, I feel you, Brian. Like you gotta
Oh, this world we live in, bro, it's just crazy to me.
That gives
How
me
all this
chills.
stuff happened out of nowhere. Like,
Oh, like I feel like I'm supposed to be dead, but I'm not.
maybe in a art, maybe you are supposed to be dead, but in another, like,
No, like I feel like
dimension.
something like I just don't feel like I'm supposed to be here. Sometimes I feel like that was supposed to be my. 'Cause I can't really imagine myself growing up and having kids. I can't really see that future anymore after that happened.
Alright, now let's talk about something that I really get scared of sometimes. What do y'all think is gonna happen as soon as you stop the heart? Like your heartbeat just stops and you're dead, right? You're gonna be dead forever.
Yeah.
What do you think is gonna happen all that time while you're dead? Like, what do you think? Go to heaven?
Oh,
Well, in my
I
opinion,
already.
I'll go to heaven because I believe in God. Uh, like, that's just my opinion. I'm not forcing
Yeah.
it to anybody. I'm just, I've been born that, I've been taught that way, and I believe
You
in God.
understand? Yeah.
And I feel
Yeah.
like I will go to heaven. What do y'all think?
Um, I don't want to believe in heaven or hell because how do I get there? Like that's the thing that always bothered me. Because yes, there's the seven deadly sins, but dude, they're all things that we've done. And I mean, yeah, we ask for forgiveness, but not all of us ask for forgiveness because we don't have the opportunity to. So that's why I like to believe that when we die, we're just spirits, and we live in a daydream of our desires. Like for example, me with a family, um, in a house at the beach. That's what I wish would happen when I died. That's what I want to happen. I don't want to go to heaven. I don't want to go to hell because I can't imagine. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird to think about. You know, like how do I get it? How do I get to heaven? How do I get to hell?
Well, what
We've all
I've read in the
masturbated.
Bible is that if you, God is always forgiveful, and He will forgive you for all your sins as long as you regret it, and you want to become a better person. He will forgive you, and you won't go to heaven. Your soul will leave your body, and He will take you to heaven, and there like. And heaven is not for eternity. It says in the Bible it's for 1,000. It's for 1,000 years, and then once it's for 1,000 years, you're gonna go to like you're like it's gonna be like a big box. But yeah, that's just what I've seen. I don't want to like say too much because
Can you imagine you live there for 1,000 years? And you just spawn inside a fucking box. You're like sitting there in the box. All you hear is. Nigga, I'll shit my pants.
Hector,
He's
what do
like,
you think? What would you think? What do you think will happen?
um, oh, that's true. I forgot about that. Keep
This guy.
explaining.
This
Can you
guy.
explain? Can you explain what you believe exactly what would happen? Like what you believe will happen? Mhm.
Are you fucking serious? Let's see how I assist you. Keep going. Okay.
No, 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 bro.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
Oh, you play too much, bro.
I'm
It
sorry. I'm
happened
sorry.
so
I'm sorry.
fast. I just heard him talking about like. All right, continue, Hector. Sorry about that.
Like when you're the Avatar and like how in the
This
Avatar
nigga.
when they I'm dead serious. Like how it talks about when like because you remember how Roku died and then it like after it like showed that he died it goes right after Aang
Oh
being
yeah, yeah,
born.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like it shows how he remembered like how he has his memories.